So electronic waste that we already discussed in previous lecture. So e-waste, it is nothing but the waste which consisting all electrical and electronic equipment. Okay. So this totally waste, that is electrical and electronic equipment waste, is called as e-waste. So like TVs, computers, mobile phones, fridge, washing machine, dryers. Okay, so electrical components, battery supply, different batteries and components. Okay, so these are all totally called as e-waste. Okay, so this e-waste is growing very fastly, and the one of the major problem of that e-waste, that is how to dispose that e-waste. Okay, so that is the major problem in the proper management of e-waste. Okay, so mostly the 3R principle which is used for the disposable of e-waste, that is reduce, reuse and recycle. Okay. So this all electronic equipment which collected, then recycle and reuse again and again for other purposes. Okay, so that is what the one of the proper one of the major um, principle or a 3R principle which is used for the disposal of e-waste. Okay. Okay, so different types of e-waste, that is nothing but the personal electronic devices, monitors and laptop, mouse, keyboards and other electronic devices, scanner and okay, scanners, then televisions, audio and video equipment, cell phones. Okay, so these all electronic waste which consists the computers, office electronic equipment, mobile phones, televisions. Okay, also the LCD desktop, monitors, LCD television, okay, DVDs, LCDs, these all e-waste which connected to health risk. Okay, maybe directly contact or with harmful materials such as lead, cadmium, chromium and other some toxic chemical. Okay, so that means this electronic waste which affect or adversely affect on human health, also on the surrounding environment. Okay, so that's why the proper disposal of e-waste is a major thing and one of the major issues. Okay, so proper disposal of e-waste plays a vital role in e-waste management technique because like batteries and electronic elements, then components of oil, these are the hazardous waste, and proper discipline or manner should be always care because it can harm to the public health and the environment. Okay. So some of the various solutions for the properly disposal of e-waste, like the first solution of e-waste, which include returning the used electronic component for responsible or recycling rather than throwing them into the trash. Okay. So this electronic equipment we can recycle and reuse again and again, and we can minimize throwing of that electronic waste into trash. Okay. Secondly, if computers are in working condition, donate them to a school or an organization in the area of education. Okay, so these people or this organization, they can use this computer, and that's we can minimize the e-waste problem. Okay. Second, if computers or electronic components are out of order or not in working condition, then return back them to the manufacturer. Okay. So note that there are many such services provided by manufacturer companies. Okay. So that's also minimize the disposal problem of the e-waste. Okay. Again, the third, you can say send the e-waste to the recycling facility for the proper disposal. And the major three, that is a 3R principle to be followed in proper way for the reduce, reuse and recycle. And that is what which is the best way for the disposal of e-waste. So in this way we can dispose that e-waste which generated in our area or in our home. Okay. So the major component or the major part of the disposal of e-waste, that is nothing but the recycling of e-waste, that is using of 3R principle. Okay. So recycling of e-waste is one of the effective way for the disposal of e-waste. Okay. So then how to recycle the e-waste, or what are the various modes of the recycling of e-waste? Okay. So the first thing is what? The recycling of e-waste can be done by donating this electronic for reuse, which extend the lives of a valuable product, and Recycling the electronic product prevent valuable material from going into the waste system or trash. So the first thing is what we can either you can donate your electronic waste or either you can reuse that by repairing this electronic component and you can increase their life of the product. So this is one of the major important mode for the recycling of e-waste. Next, EPE, that is Environmental Protection Agency or Act 1986, which encourage all electronic recyclers to become a certified and all the customers to choose certified recycler. Okay. Next, eParisara Private Limited is the India's first government authorized electronic waste recycler. This company started operation from September 2005 and doing the work in handling, recycling and reusing of waste electrical as well as electronic equipment in eco-friendly manner. Okay. Next, if the computer and electronic devices are out of the order, then by dismantling their various components and sending them to the laboratories of education field so that student can observe and study their dismantled components and they can understand what is exactly material, what is the components and how they works and hence it is also one of the best way of recycling of e-waste. Okay, and most electronic waste goes to the recycling system called as WEEE, that is Waste Electrical and Electronic Equipment. So they are going to recycle all electronic waste and dispose in eco-friendly manner. Okay. So recycling can be also done by using magnets to remove the steel and iron from the debris of e-waste. Also aluminum, copper and brass are also separated from non-metallic content. Okay. So these are the various processes which can be done at WRRE. Also the cathode rays tube, that is CRT, that also recycled from the monitor of televisions and monitors and televisions. Okay. So these all are the different process or the different modes of the recycling of e-waste. Okay. So in this way we can recycle these all parts from the electronic devices and electronic equipment. Okay. So this recycling of e-waste having various advantages. So what are the advantages of recycling of e-waste? So first advantage you can see, if the e-waste is managed safely by recycling them, then it can be a secondary source of raw material. Okay. Next, it provides economic benefit like revenue generation from recovered material. Third, it also provides environmental benefit like natural resources conservation and reduction in environmental pollution. Next, it provides social benefits like employment generation. Next, it eliminates landfill, that is whatever that e-waste which thrown in the landfill that going to be minimized by recycling of e-waste. So that means it minimize and save the land, that is it eliminates landfill. Next, it saves Mother Earth by preventing air pollution, water pollution and soil pollution. It generates employment opportunities. Okay. E-waste disposed to municipal waste release hazardous toxin material gases into environment and causing environmental pollution and ecosystem. So hence recycling is one of the best way to stop all this air pollution and again the environmental pollution. Okay. So recycling recovers valuable materials from the old electronics which can be used to make a new product. Okay. That also save the energy, which reduce pollution, which reduce the greenhouse gas emission and save resources. It helps others in the form of donating the used electronic benefit the community by passing on ready to use or refurbished equipment to those who need it. Then the recycling of e-waste create jobs for professional recyclers and also create a new market for the valuable components which are dismantled. So these are the various advantages of the recycling of the e-waste and the one of the best way to disposal of e-waste that is nothing but the reduce, reuse and recycle of e-waste. Okay, so use again and again that e-waste and recycle e-waste and reduce the use of e-waste by repairing by increasing the life of the e-waste. Okay, so this we already discussed what is electronic waste, what is this problem and how. Okay, so whatever that electronic waste, that is e-waste. Okay, so how much e-waste generated? More than 4.6 million tons of electronic waste e-waste was produced in the US, United States, in the year 2000. and Environmental Protection Act has that is 2.4 million tons in 2012. Out of 4.6, 2.4 million tons is going to be disposed by EPE. Okay, and if you consider Europe, the quantity of e-waste increased 3 to 5% per year. It is three times larger growth other than waste growth. Okay, so huge e-waste is generated in Europe and US. So electronics are becoming more and more a part of everyday life. That is, embedded system are every place. That is, microwaves, printers, key fobs, cars, appliances, cell phones. So huge amount of e-waste generated nowadays. So electronics becoming disposable. Cell phones lifespan about 1.5 years now. 130 million are retired a year. Over 500 million are stockpile. Okay. Computers 20 million retired a year. 240 million already stockpile. Okay, so number of computers and cell phones become absolute now, and that is what a major problem with the disposal of that e-waste, because this e-waste which consists of hazardous material found in electronics like arsenic, beryllium, cadmium, nickel, zinc, lead. These are the very toxic material which present into the electronic waste. So and this cause the various effect to the human health and public, human health and environment, that is, you can say animal and plants. Okay, so these are the huge effect of the disposal of e-waste into the environment. Okay.